all depends on how this draft goes. Again, that flexibility on Quincy Crew is what they've got going on this game, and I'm really liking it. They take Invoker mid because, again, when you ban out those three heroes against the Ember Spirit, you're fairly certain that it's going to be Quinn mid on that. And Invoker does a pretty good job against the Ember in the mid lane, making so you can't really go that Flame Guard build.
Yeah.
Whenever you try to run it, you just throw that Tornado out, it's dispelled, and you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, you just go the max Sleight of Fist build, right? That's the idea. It's not bad. It's slightly slower farming than maxing the Flame Guard, but for the most part, it's still pretty effective. You have a lot of physical damage, and like I said, with Elder Titan, you can go either build, and it ends up being really valuable.
Silencer.
Oh, baby. I love the Silencer pick. This is nice. This is really nice.
Oh yeah. It fits in well with some of the things that they got going on here. They got very good initiation on Quincy Crew. You can catch people out with like a stomp, and the enemies try to take the fight around that, or like get their hero out. You pop the global. Again, your timing, just being able to turn the fight perfectly. We've seen Aoi get a couple of amazing global silences off a few series ago. And again, they did buff this hero a couple of times. The cooldown on his global is actually pretty low at max level at only 100 seconds. And it lasts a pretty long time at the earlier levels now, too. 4.5 at level 1, I think 130-second cooldown, which
That's
is
pretty sick.
pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty sick. And it does also prevent any form of counter initiation from Brazil, right? Like, say they tried to go back in onto a fight, it's pretty much just to get out of jail free for. And honestly, this is exactly what I was saying. If they try to go in on Brazil, you just pop the global. Quinn, for instance, if he gets caught by this roar into like a sunstrike, you just pop the global and Quinn's out. You know, there's no real follow up to that outside of just buying BKBs on these other heroes or like Lotus Orbs essentially. But
Exactly.
yeah, I really do like the Silencer pick. It offers so much. It is decent in lane against Beastmaster, I think, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's all right in lane against a Beastmaster. It deals better with him than a lot of other heroes. Again, being able to just harass him down. You have that orb ability that you don't aggro the creep wave onto yourself with. You can kill his boar fairly easily too. It does a bunch of things. Then they ban out Drow next. They might be looking to take this game fast. I don't know how fast they're going to be though, with like Invoker, CM, Marana. None of these heroes really hit towers or do too much hero damage. I feel like at this point they're going to run into damage problems with Team Brazil, and now they're trying to ban out these super hard carries that like absorb all the farm on the map and can deal massive right-click damage against them. But you know what hero is still in this?
Please tell me.
It's Terrorblade.
I was thinking about Terrorblade as well. I don't know which team it's. I don't know if it's actually that good for Quincy Crew, but they banned the Lifestealer. Okay, so it is for sure a Sand King off lane here. Just based on all the bans we're seeing, the Arc Warden and the Lifestealer, it should be Sand King. I'm interested by that Slark ban though.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's somebody who can kind of get through the disable of their team. If he can like purge off a roar, they practically just lose the game. I don't really like Slark that much at the moment either. But again, he's able to jump on CM. CM can't frostbite him. Can pop that dark pack for arrows too. Just a lot of solutions. Okay, they take this Sven. It's not the Terrorblade, which goes to Belay, is like that is his number one hero, but it is one of the strongest in this patch, and it will give you the damage in order to blow these people up.
Yeah, Sven to me looked like just the safest pick for sure. Now the question is, does Quincy Crew take the Terrorblade for themselves? Can you run Terrorblade into this lineup? And it seems so scary because there's a lot of magical damage, some good burst here as well. But I don't know what you can pick here that will actually give you a decent core matchup. I'm trying to think. I mean, Faceless Void is still in.
Mm-hmm. Faceless Void is in the pool. I mean, Phantom Assassin wouldn't be amazing, but not horrible.
You just don't have like the enabler with PA. Like I feel like most times we see Phantom Assassin, you want to see some hero that enables it, makes it a little bit stronger. You could go Troll. This is a pretty decent Troll game.
Might be, yeah, maybe Troll then.
You can't really pick CK here, right? Sven is just...
Yeah, he'll cleave through that in no time, as well as a lot of what Invoker's got going on will control up the CK in a decent way. I'm thinking Troll?
There's a
Oh,
Terrorblade.
they take the Terrorblade for themselves. All right.
It is good against the Sven. My only worry is just the magic damage from Team Brazil, right? Like they have, you know, roar into pretty much anything is a kill on the Terrorblade, and the only save that they really have is this global silence from the silencer. So we'll see what they can do. Quincy crew, you know, lose game 1 to Brazil here in a pretty fantastic fashion. Brazil looked incredible. So we'll see if they can do it again here on map number 2.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not convinced by this Terrorblade. I'm not sure that they're going to have enough damage to be able to take the Terrorblade down once he gets a couple of items. If they can play fast enough on Team Brazil, great. But you know, once they have a couple of items, I think even with huge, once they have like a Scotty or something on the Terrorblade, they'll have like a serious damage problem on Team Brazil.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I mean, Terrorblade with
too much armor.
Yeah, it's like once Terrorblade has like Scotty and a BKB, if he even needs a BKB, he could just go Manta, or SNY Satanic. Like, there's a lot of options this game. I think status resist is incredibly valuable when you're against heroes like Beastmaster, but we'll see. It's game number 2. Brazil, man, coming off a high win in game number 1.
We'll see if they're able to take this one back now. And you know, reclaim their throne, so to speak. They've tied with East Coast, but they haven't dropped a series yet. Can Brazil take a series from Quincy crew is the question.
Never know, man. It's gonna be a close game for sure. Tenor BTS Pro Series pause brought to you by Monster, I believe, is how that goes. How's your monster wall going over there? I see you still got quite a few left. What's your next one? What are you gonna go for?
Ooh, you know, I'm thinking I might get myself a. Oh, sorry, I moved away from the mic there. Probably could barely hear me. I'm thinking maybe a Zero Ultra or something next. You know, we're getting late into the night. Too much sugar might you know, hype me up too much. My roommate will yell at me. She'll go, Neph, what the hell are you doing? You're installing cabinets at like the middle of the night again.
Again? What do you mean again?
You know, boomer stuff.
Oh, just boomer stuff. Okay.
Although yeah, the Zero Ultra and me might you know, awaken that inner boomer. I'll just go out and start like mowing the lawn, even though I'm on the 24th floor and I don't have a lawn.
Yeah, you have like turf outside, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go mow my turf lawn real quick.
Yeah.
do some dad things.
Yeah.
All right, the unpause back into the game. I mean, with these 3 heroes top, they have so much kill potential, right? Sven, Crystal, Maiden, and Mirana. It's a little bit scary if you're the Sand King, right? If you get caught by any of them, there's just so much stun one after another. I feel like it's almost a guaranteed kill. All right, King RD is coming out with a tip onto Terrorblade. Interesting. Returns the favor. Okay. How do you see these lanes going right now? Because I feel like top lane, Sven should be pretty safe. That being said, we've seen Sand Kings kind of just crush lanes out of nowhere with Caustic Finale.
They have. You know, I'm definitely favoring. I want to say that I'm favoring Lelis here. I'll be honest with you. I think Sven will do. I don't think Sven's going to do a decent enough job against us. I think he's going to get shut down by Lelis unless they just commit the tri-lane at the start of this and shut him down. If they can like force him to go like Burrow Strike level 1 or Sandstorm level 1 and have an unfavorable level 2 as well, they might be able to zone him enough to you know, you'll have a couple items on Costa Belay. You'll be able to zone him from the lane by yourself. But until then, you know, unless that happens, rather, I think that
I think Flea's intentions are to stay top for the time being. I think they really do want to shut down Lelis. I mean, look at where Costa Belay is, right? He's just like, come on, hit me. MSS does come top though, so does have those glaives. They're gonna be able to set it up with an arrow. The frostbite. Oh my goodness, nice 2-man burrow strike. Do they have the damage to finish off the sides for one more auto attack? The fairy fire. He survives with 6 HP. They're gonna try and chase, but you're taking so many tower shots here. Courier. Okay, free little drive-by from Flea.
All right, Flea, this is where it matters. You line up that. All right, never mind. I was gonna say you line up that arrow and hit him, but they almost get the silencer down. The first blood would have been nice, but that was pretty costly for Team Brazil there. Again, you're using several teleports. You're healing up on all these heroes. That wasn't great in the grand scheme of things, in my opinion.
Yeah, if they had gotten the first blood onto that CM, there would have been huge, but didn't end up working out. Bottom lane, SVG is just going to lay into these guys, and they have meta as well, so they do a lot of damage. They will have to be very careful on King RD here. SVG, is he just going to briefcase this guy to death? Arrow off the mark. All right. Mid lane, I'm assuming, yeah, I'm assuming we're going to see Quaswex Invoker. It's no way to really play against the Ember Spirit. So we'll see how Quinn does. I mean, this is a matchup this man knows extremely well.
We've seen this several times.
Bottom lane, King RD falling low again. They use that refraction, but do they have the kill? It's going to go Yawar. First blood of the game onto the Terrorblade. That has to feel really good. SVG gets the stomp. Pops the Sal, pulls the spear back. Is he gonna do this? SVG, oh my gosh, just outplays Flea. Tries to deny himself on the tower, but King RD just slaps him real quick to get that gold bounty and experience, and is gonna return to the lane. What a sick play there from the Elder Titan.
Yeah, that just goes to show you how strong that hero is. Again, right there, all he had was that Windlace, and Mirana had a bunch of stat items in order to be able to better trade with the enemies. And she still got absolutely bodied there.
So much space for Yawar too. He is level 3, almost 3.5 at the start of this lane phase.
Yep. It's interesting that he's opted to go this reflection. I guess the slow was super important to that last fight there.
Yeah, it actually gave him the first blood. It slowed Beastmaster just enough during meta for him to get that last auto attack. So I think definitely worth leveling. It will slow down his farm, you know, for a little while. But SVG just like wallops on people with that refraction slow.
Yeah, I don't think he should be. I'm not actually sure that he should be spamming this ability in the lane, though. I don't think he gets enough from it. He loses a bunch of mana. It costs 50. You want to be spamming your Conjure Image, and like being able to better get farm or move to the jungle once you have that. So probably be a bit more careful with his mana going forward in the lane.
Radiant's top tower.
Lelis trying to get a high 5 top lane on a Crystal Maiden is not going to get one.
KJ's out for blood, you know. He's not joking
he's
around.
Like, I'm not here for your high 5s, sir. I'm here for your skin, for your pelt. Bottom lane refraction really comes out again. SVG will take down the boar. Question is, can he take down anyone else?
No, and they
so you're right. I mean, he's out of mana now on this Terrorblade. I mean, meta's up. He'll have the mana in just a few seconds, but then you're just completely ooh.
Yeah, and again, you want at least like 1 or 2 Conjure Images up when you're meta.
And turn for King RD here. Will they use the refraction? They will, just to slow him down. I think they get this. Look at the damage from SVG, the briefcase, man. He's here. This is, I mean, he's not messing around. This is all business, no play for SVG. Turns out refraction right now, very strong.
Yeah, I guess it is setting up these kills. I can't argue with that. When you got that plus 100 on your Elder Titan, it is worth getting. So well played by them.
Top lane, Lelis in some trouble. Did just get his bottle though, so he's gonna go ahead and hit that nice burrow strike. Buy him some space. There is gonna be a curse in 2 seconds. Supposed to be like trying to close the gap. There's gonna be the frostbite as well. So they will just trade supports here, but Costabile's got to run away from Lelis, and Caustic Finale's an incredible slow. The burrow strike on the mark. Lelis, one more auto attack, maybe will get the wand. He gets that auto attack. He's trying to close the gap, but the boots on Costabile will be enough. He's gonna go back, let the Crystal Maiden refill his bottle. Mid lane, Quinn pops a Fairy Fire, has a regen rune bottled up. He cannot afford to lose it. He gets it off. Oh my gosh.
Nice. He tries to commit a couple times, but all he gets from him is tower shots, unfortunately.
Yep. I mean, what a value regen there. If he manages to find that kill, that would have been a disaster for Quinn in this lane. 5-minute bounties are out. SVG finds Flea. He tries to leap up to the high ground, doesn't get the first one.
Interesting.
He has to dodge, yeah, so he has to leap. Forces out 2 leaps, which is pretty good. Still gets one of the bounties, I believe. When mid lane, gonna do some damage on over to the Invoker. The Flame Guard, just recently leveled, has level 6 as well. Just doing a lot of damage on this Ember Spirit.
They're gonna go for this. I see SVG. Flea is there though. Can he set up an arrow?
Nice tornado. Yeah, I've used tornado this. Arrow on the mark, cold snap as well. Other Titan falling low, but there's the searing chains with that sleight of fist. Gonna chase down Flea. One little remnant will do it. They trade the supports. I think this favors Quinn though, because he just drops a remnant and TPs to base.
Yeah, he's gonna come right back. Just needs another couple of mana for that TP. There we go. If he even does it, actually, you know, it's just about 6 minutes. He TPs to base now. He's gonna miss these power runes.
Oh yeah, that's why he remnanted the top one. So he's gonna go to the bot one, and
he can't actually run to the top one. He doesn't have the mana.
Oh, he doesn't have
though.
mana for remnant. Oh my goodness. So he TPs base now. He's actually gonna
Can
try
you
and
get
hope
there?
the silencer gets a way of zoning this off. And there it is. He makes it back just in time. It was a
He's gonna
bait
die for
all
this,
along.
maybe.
Wow. Quinn, man. What a player.
The high IQ play after all, you know, if you try to, as soon as you try to run from that one, you suddenly can't interrupt the TP anymore with tornado or cold snap, and that guy was holding up that play. You know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't situation.
Yawar is just crushing CS right now. 42 and 11. The Beastmaster zoned off the lane and completely mid lane. The haste comes out. Quinn trying to get onto the Invoker. There's going to be the stomp, putting him to sleep. You have the silencer here as well. Going to hit him with that curse. Nice tornado. Does catch 3, but double remnant forward. They're going to find him, and that's the first +2 going on over to silencer. A nice frostbite there. Arrow is available. MSS going to just get brought down. The right clicks from Flea secure that. Arrow looking for Quinn, off the mark though.
Yep. They were expecting that one to come out, so avoid
Ellis
that.
is doing great top as well. I mean, he's 3rd on CS. Ben King's great. I mean, all 3 top CS are Quincy crew. Last game, it was Brasil, right? Like, they were looking really good in the lanes. Stomp does hit the Crystal Maiden with Quinn here. Gets his bottle refilled. Bottle B-filled? What? What did I just say?
Bottle refills. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I think Melvin might have been talking though.
Yeah, get this Melvin guy out of here. What is he doing?
Missing kills. Our observer, everyone. Show him some hate.
I mean,
So,
honestly, Melvin's doing pretty good this game. He hasn't missed a kill. I'm surprised, you know. He's really concentrating.
Impressive. Must be the monster that we're giving him.
It is, definitely. We gave him a ton of monster. Definitely increasing his IQ, making him a much more responsive person. It's top, buddy. The rune was top. 40R just denies the DD rune. He's like, I'm not even messing with that. Not worth it.
Angie. Yeah.
Net worth, though. Look at the Terror Blade. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is a wide man you are.
SVG just kills Beastmaster's courier and walks away.
Yeah. Everything is turning up the way of Beast Coast, Quincy crew this game. All right, that was Melvin as well. Now, my only question is, how do you really respond to this? Because your play is just out farm the enemy team with this Sven, get ahead of them, and try to take these fights earlier on. Use his aggression with the Beastmaster, take some towers, but when you're this far behind at the end of the laning phase, you're on the back foot all of a sudden.
Yeah, this Sven is not going to catch this Terrorblade. There is just no way that's happening. Right, Terrorblade, level 8, has drums completed, is farming super fast, has a treads completed, looking for a second pair of treads. He does have 2 feet, so I do like the idea there. Now, King RD pushing bottom lane, does have the vision here onto SVG, has Roar available, and he's going to send the mob. Stomp comes out, but Roar to interrupt it to get himself a nice little kill there. King RD does it. A TP comes in from Lelis. Arrow does connect. He does have to be careful. Do they have detection, though? A dust is available. Lelis, 2-man burrow strike right on the mark, but here comes a tornado. 4 heroes down to the bot lane, but look at Crystal Maiden. She just dies in the sandstorm. Lelis trades 1 for 1, but they will end up getting the tower eventually.
Well, but at the same time, you are up here on the top lane and over
Okay,
here by
where
your
was
mid
Melvin
tower.
looking? Honestly, I don't know what he was doing. He was looking top and then doesn't see mid lane go down.
You are gonna take this tower, trade with the enemies, but they're all back now. I mean, they see Sven drop, they think, okay, I need to defend mid tower. It doesn't matter though. Can you defend mid tower? Quinn, he doesn't respect the aggression of the enemy team at all. He's playing so far forward in between the tier 1 and 2.
It's really smart too because the main thing right now is he just wants to get these runes. So he's gonna pick up an illusion rune, which is fantastic. He doesn't have to worry about going all the way for the other bounty rune. And playing that far behind the tower just prevents Brasil from even contesting these power runes in the first place. So bottom lane, they do save their tier 1 tower on the side of Quincy crew, and Yawar is just doing whatever he wants. 5,500 net worth here, 10.5 minutes into the game. This is like a dream game if you're a Terrorblade here.
Yeah.
And it's not like your other cores are suffering either. I mean, it's all top 3 are Quincy crew. Where's their hawk? Where they have vision here somewhere. There's a hawk way behind the tower. It is about to expire. Moonlight Shadow comes out. They drop the Sentry Dust. Comes out from Elder Titan, and Sand King gonna lose all his mana. On the backside, Quinn goes in, finds Beastmaster. He's gonna be able to find this kill. They burn him down with that Flame Guard, and he's gonna keep looking for more. A nice Remnant forward. MSS is here, caught him with that curse. A quick double kill for the Quincy crew.
Just as they took the fight, Silencer did have global available. I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. Again, Sand King was very far in. They got the cold snap onto him. Suddenly his mana was burned, so this...
Lelis has Blink, like in 50 gold. Nice Tornado, EMP, Cold Snap, the arrow. Can they bring down the Elder Titan though? Lelis going for the epicenter. They're chained up as well. SVG will fall, but you lose the Invoker, and they are not done on the side of Quincy crew. He does have one leap to get on back down to the low ground. Lelis trying to see if they can get in range. Remnant is dropped. Quinn gonna go for the TP back to base, but guess who's here? It's the big daddy Yawar. We'll find a kill onto Flea, and he's just gonna go ahead and work on this tower now. He's level 10.
Mr. Take Your Tower, it seems to be the common theme with him. He went to top lane, grabbed that, down here with his Metamorphosis, and you know, these heroes are too scared to initiate onto him. I'm not even sure they can gap the distance.
It's so hard. I mean, you've got Lelis just sitting right behind him. You don't have any vision there. I guess they do have vision. I'm incorrect. Where is their vision? Is the Hawk somewhere? I don't know. AJ tries to go in for the D-Ward, but there's the blink reveal from Lelis. Literally just gets delivered on Courier, and SVG will be the one to actually find the kill. And this is just a completely different game, right? This is Quincy crew showing up here, game number 2. Quinn stunned up on the high ground, but where's the follow-up? I mean, there's no damage here. There's your Searing Chains. Gonna be able to hold him down for the time being. Sven trying to run away with that extra movement speed, but Lelis, there's your blink on the mark. Flea caught by that curse, trying to get away, does have a leap available. Will make it up into the base, but you've lost the Sven. Costabile, the one who's supposed to be farming on the side of Brasil, just dead. And look at every single hero on the side of Quincy crew.
Yeah, their net worth is so high. Top 3 heroes, all Quincy crew. 7.3k net worth on this Terrorblade, having the game of his life right now. Almost has his Manta style complete. At that point, there's just so little you can do. I mean, you're getting out of the Frostbite, you're getting out of the Cold Snap. It's gonna make the game so hard.
They're pinging out Quinn bottom. This is a potential Roar setup into Arrow. Do they have the damage though? He has to use it right now. King RD, don't miss it. Roar is out. Arrow on the mark. The global just a little bit too late. Quinn will finally go down on this Ember Spirit. A long play here, a good setup here from King RD, giving himself that the vision he needed from the Hawk and the Boar Slow.
That one is important, but you know, while it's happening, enemies are setting up. They're trying to get vision of your triangle.
In
Over
lane.
here,
Gotta be careful.
Costa does manage to dodge that one.
Lelis just eats a couple mangoes. Man, this guy really likes mangoes. Or Sand Kings, I guess. Maybe it's just a Sand King thing. Are they just really big fans of mangoes?
It's a well-known Sand King treat.
Yeah, it's probably lore accurate. I'm sure it's canon somewhere. Someone message Slacks. We'll find out.
Scintillant Waste, it is. You know, that's sure there's
Bottom
mangoes in the
lane,
waste.
Tornado way off the mark. He does have a defensive remnant, so he's not really. Oh, unless he gets arrowed. Nah, they still don't care. They have no follow-up damage. And look who's coming on in. Quincy crew trying to find someone to blink in from Lelis. This Earth Splitter is going to find Beastmaster 2. Slowed up inside that Sandstorm. SVG will be the one to find the kill. And MSS is becoming more intelligent by the second.
That looked weird. You see that? He summoned the boar as he was dying. All it does is feed the enemy team more gold.
I know what they're talking about. Oh,
That
you're
was
going to find the
weird.
D-word there on Crystal Maiden. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, Yawar is just like playing a PvE game right now. You know, he's just like grinding on some quests right now. You know, kill this number of creeps, kill that number of creeps, turn in quests, gets more experience and more money, and that's just all he's doing. He doesn't even know he's playing Dota at this point.
He's on a different wavelength than everyone else. Okay, they want something here. They smoke up. They got the hawk. It's scouting for vision, but again, it's felt like they just haven't had the damage on Team Brazil in order to take anybody down. I said this would end up being a problem later in the game, but you know,
it's
feels
15
like we're
minutes.
already here.
It's already here apparently in 15 minutes. I mean, they have roar into arrow. A nice tornado will catch the Sand King, but he gets the burrow strike out. Global silence is there. Quinn can be able to hold down the Beastmaster, and here comes Terrorblade. I mean, he's ready to go. They want to try and take this fight. Earth Splitter kind of goes in a weird direction. That wasn't Earth Splitter. I don't know what that was. He was just pulling the spirit back. They don't actually find anyone on the side of Quincy crew. He will just take down the board.
That fight split up in such a weird way, but you know, with Yuar not able to get his hands on anyone, he says, okay, this tower isn't moving away from me. I can hit this.
He's like, I can hit tower indeed. Manta style plus illusions equals 0 tower. That's going to open up the outpost. We saw this again and again. You know, how important it is that these teams take these outposts from the other team. And Quincy crew hitting it at just 16 minutes, one of the earlier times that we've seen it.
Yeah, if they can box him in the base.
Crystal Maiden might have bit off more than she can chew. You got to be careful, Lelis. Nice burrow strike on the mark. Oh my goodness, the amount of damage.
Yeah,
he's got a Deso on Quinn. It's being delivered right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's only going to get worse as the Deso arrives. You know, you lose all of your base armor to this Elder Titan. You lose another 7 to Quinn with this Desolator. Down by 6-4-7 seconds.
It used to be 7, I believe. They nerfed it by 1 when they nerfed Orb of Destruction, right?
Yeah, who can keep up with this game?
Yeah, seriously.
I don't think I'm in 2014.
I still think of, like, look at mechanics. I'm like, oh yeah, that's still in the game, right? From like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, Grove Bow dropped. I mean, that's a pretty good item for the Marana or the Invoker, but Vambrace for the Terrorblade, that feels pretty good. Obviously not the best tier 2 item that he could take, but he's pretty happy with that either way.
Yeah. Switch that over to Agility while he farms. Might back over to Strength when he takes a fight. Again, it
has like, the old attribute changes, right? Before they it doesn't give regen. It's one of the old ones where it still gives magic resist, which is so value on Terrorblade. In the bottom river here, KJ found by the Ember Spirit does actually connect on the tornado, but here comes Lelis, the Blink Epicenter on the backside. He melts them both immediately. Lelis, this guy's a madman. 3 dead for the side of Brazil, and they're gonna keep looking for more. Can King RD get away? Blink up in 3 seconds. Lelis is hungry. Yes, incorrectly, but Yawar has found the lad. Does he get away? He does not. Oh my goodness.
The damage from the natural orders on you from that Terrorblade, he just goes down instantly. But 4 for no team fight, almost 2,000 gold away in Brazil. I'm exaggerating very slightly. 3,000 XP. This is just a disaster for them. I mean, you're having a hard time. Last game was Quincy crew, but this is way worse. You just don't have the damage with these heroes to be able to fight back. They're running at you, and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, Sven has now been forced into his part of the map.
You were saying in draft, right, you know, what happens when Terrorblade gets a Scotty? And we're, you know, normally you're looking at like 25, you know, to the 30-minute mark, the Scotty comes out, and it's like, this guy's got drums, Manta style, and almost Scotty completed at 20. There's the global signs, the burrow strike. Goodbye, Marana on the backside. KJ falling low as well. Sven just held in place by those searing chains. Crystal Maiden survives on a sliver of health. The roar there to try and disengage. Brazil is just grasping at straws right now, trying to just, I don't know, man. They have no way of taking these fights.
I mean, saving grace is that tier 2 is still up. You know, the creeps weren't at the building just yet, so this buys some time. Whereas Metamorphosis is going to be up, and they're not going to have the confidence to push high ground. Not that I hope that they would before having this Eye of Scotty on the Terrorblade.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think they really care about going high ground right now, right? Like, they're so farmed on this Terrorblade. He just gets this Eye of Scotty, maybe a BKB, but he just doesn't care. He'll probably just go Butterfly. What am I talking about? He's probably just going to go Scotty Butterfly. Top lane, they're looking for the Invoker, and they are managing to hold him down. The Earthsplitter comes out, does pull him back, but the boys on Brazil, they can't get there in time. The 2 supports just melt him. You lose Quinn to a roar, or not even a roar. What was that? Just Frostbite Arrow?
It looks like he was just Frostbite arrowed. And then Frostbitten again.
Alright, right, here comes Lelis. The epicenter comes out. Oh my goodness, the damage from the Sand King. They managed to bring down one. Costabile pops to the curse from MSS, and now KJ, just the lonely Crystal Maiden. Spare me, please, she says as she tries to run away. Oh my goodness. This man has 28 stolen intelligence on the silencer now. They're just gonna go right on into Roshan. Eye of Scotty completed.
And now you don't have the damage to bring him down anymore. 36 armor, 2400 HP. He's gonna have the Aegis. You know, I was thinking maybe if they held the base, or they locked the enemy team in before they got neutral items, the enemy wouldn't be able to do anything to contest them. Not strong enough. I don't really think it matters if they have these neutral items or not. Yes, you managed to get Quinn a couple of times because he got no defensive item, no bulk, but you can't kill TB anymore. They end this game when they decide they want to end this game, and they're going to continue to outfarm you while you're boxed into your base.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been an upward pointing graph the entire time for Quincy Crew. The win chance is 99% for Quincy Crew at this point, and honestly, based on how the games are going so far, I'm not that surprised. Nice slide chains will hold Sten down. They have the Burrow Strike on the market. War just goes on in. They don't really care. A nice Deafening Blast, but he just goes down to the magic damage. You know, and try and chase into the base. KJ and the Invoker in some trouble. There's going to be the Earth Splitter not on the mark, but look at MSS. He's just a carry at this point. They get 3 heroes on Brasil, diving past the tier 4s, make it 4 as Flea. Ooh, the wand keeps him alive. Oh, there's the 4th. Never mind. That's the GG. They just call it. Brasil want nothing to do with this game. It is Quincy Crew just choking out Brasil here in game number 2.
It feels like that turned around on them pretty quick. Brasil took the series on them, but it just made Quincy Crew angry. And they tore them apart this game. I'd say my biggest issue was the draft. They just didn't have the damage to be able to fight Quincy Crew. It started off pretty strong. You knew we were going to play Invoker against this mid lane Ember Spirit, but after that, it kind of fell apart. The Elder Titan was just able to run it here as a melee them down. Your lane started a little bit weaker than they otherwise could have because you had that kind of misplay there when you're sitting between the tier 1 and 2 towers in the top lane. You lost a lot of HP regen. You were forced to TP. Then, of course, you just, again, didn't have the damage to be able to bring these heroes down. So next time, Team Brasil, you know, back to what you did game number 1 with your draft, like that nonstop aggression. You didn't go back to farm. Like how Costabile was playing on that draw was beautiful. This game, you know, he just wasn't able to contribute in the same way.
Yeah, and it's the thing is if you're Yawar this game, he goes 7-0-7, which is a pretty impressive score, but I feel like the hero is just like a non-factor. Like even if Yawar wasn't in this game, they were doing so well on the rest of Quincy Crew, like Quinn, Lelis, MSS, SVG. All of these guys were just finding kill after kill. And Brasil just had no answer to it. Like the amount of damage, the aggression that they're able to push around the map. I mean, the final score in this game is 32-9, and it ends at 22 minutes. Like this was just a beatdown from Quincy Crew. They just felt themselves. They did, like you said, I think they just were angry. They lose game 1 against Brasil. They were not going to let that slide. And Quincy Crew comes out. I mean, they're the top of the group stage for sure with these games here today, only dropping 2 games in the entire group stage. It'll be interesting to see where Brasil ends, though, right? Like they tied 1-1 against Quincy Crew. A very good performance from them here today, and can't be understated like how important all of these games are. And that one win might be the difference for them being in the upper bracket of the playoffs or not.
Yep. A beautiful performance this game. Team Brasil, I'm interested in seeing them in the playoffs, but that's it for both Quincy Crew and Team Brasil in the group stage. We have one more series left.
Yes, we do. It's going to be Beast Coast versus Infinity. Beast Coast, obviously, as we know right now, is confirmed for the upper bracket playoffs. Infinity fighting for their spot in the tournament right now. So big game for them. We'll be back after just a short break. Thank you all for tuning in, and don't go anywhere.